Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Shamin Arif and I am a student of Rehan College as a facilitator. Hi Chatgpt.
Hey there. Great to have you here. What can I help you with today?
What are personal boundaries in a relationship?
Ah, that's a really great question. Personal boundaries are basically the limits we set for ourselves in relationships, what we're comfortable with, what we're not, and how we want to be treated. They can be emotional, physical, or even digital. And they really help ensure respect, safety, and balance in a relationship.
What are boundaries important for healthy relationship?
Absolutely. They're really crucial. Boundaries help prevent resentment or burnout, and they give both people in a relationship a sense of safety and trust. When both people know and respect each other's boundaries, the relationship tends to be much healthier and more fulfilling.
How can we identify our emotional limits?
That's a great question. It often starts with paying attention to how you feel in different situations. Notice when something triggers stress, frustration, or even excitement. Journaling can help you identify patterns, and sometimes talking with a trusted friend or a therapist can help you get clearer on what your emotional needs are.
How can boundaries improve self-respect?
Yeah, that's a really powerful connection. When you set and maintain boundaries, you're essentially telling yourself and others that your needs and values matter. And that kind of self advocacy really reinforces self respect because you're prioritizing yourself and what you deserve in relationships.
What is the difference between healthy and unhealthy boundaries?
Good distinction. Healthy boundaries are about clear, respectful limits. They keep you safe, they're flexible, and they can be communicated openly. Unhealthy boundaries, on the other hand, tend to be rigid or too loose. You might give too much or not enough, or you might avoid setting them altogether. Healthy ones foster mutual respect, while unhealthy ones can lead to resentment or confusion.
How can someone politely say no in a relationship?
Yeah, that's really important. You can keep it simple and kind, something like, I really appreciate you asking, but I can't do that right now. Or, I care about you, and I hope you understand I need to say no this time. It's all about being direct, but also warm and polite.
Why do people feel guilty when setting boundaries?
Yeah, that's really common. Often we worry that saying no or setting a limit will upset the other person or make us seem selfish. But over time, once you practice, you realize it's actually an act of self respect and care, both for yourself and for the relationship.
How can communication help in setting boundaries?
Oh, communication is key. When you express your boundaries clearly and calmly, it gives the other person a chance to understand and respect them. And it also opens up a conversation. So if something needs adjustment, you can talk about it without blame or confusion.
What are examples of emotional boundaries?
Sure, an example might be telling a friend, I really care about you, but I need some time to recharge after work, so I won't be available to hang out in the evenings. That's setting a clear boundary about your emotional energy and time.
What are examples of physical boundaries?
Yeah, absolutely. A physical boundary could be something like saying, I'm not comfortable with hugging, but I'm happy to give you a high five. Or I need some personal space right now, so please give me a bit of room. It's all about being clear about what kind of physical contact you're okay with.
How can we maintain boundaries with friends?
That's a great question. It really comes down to being consistent and honest. So if you communicate your needs and then follow through by keeping those limits, your friends will adjust. And remember, it's okay to gently remind those, but it works.
How can we maintain boundaries with family members?
Absolutely. Though it can be a bit trickier with family since there's often more history and emotion involved. Distant. You can also set time limits or check in regularly to keep those boundaries strong.
What role does self awareness play in boundaries?
You understand your own needs, your limits, and your triggers, the better you can set boundaries that actually work for you. So it's kind of like a compass guiding you in the right direction.
How can we stay true to ourselves while pleasing others?
Of course, I'm glad it's resonating. If you have any other aspects of boundaries or relationships you'd like to discuss, I'm here for that too.
How do healthy boundaries build trust in relationship?
Absolutely. When you set healthy boundaries, it shows that you respect yourself and your partner. Over time, that honesty and consistency build trust because both people feel safe, heard, and valued.
What is the connection between boundaries and mental health?
Yeah, there's a huge connection. When you have clear boundaries, stress, that, that in turn protects your mental health because you're not constantly overextending yourself or, or feeling resentful.
Stress and anxiety.
Yeah, it really does. When you have boundaries, you know what you can say yes or no to. So you're not constantly stretched thin. That clarity means you can prioritize self-care, and that just naturally lowers anxiety because you feel more centered.
Can boundaries improve long-term relationship success? How?
Definitely. Healthy boundaries create a stable foundation because both people feel respected and heard. Over time, that fosters trust, deeper understanding, and a sense of security. So the relationship is more resilient in the long run.
How can we balance love and personal space?
That's a great balance to aim for. It's about staying connected and showing care, but also being intentional about giving yourself and each other space. So communicate openly, check in about needs, set aside time for yourself, and remember that healthy love respects both closeness and independence.
Why is honesty important when setting boundaries?
Yeah, that's really key. Honesty keeps things authentic, so you're not sugarcoating or avoiding difficult truths. When you're honest about your needs, you give the other person a clear understanding of what's okay. Confusion.
What are common mistakes people make with boundaries?
Of course, just let me know.
Thank you, Chatgpt.
Anything else pops up, just reach out. Take care.